Matthew Perry, the beloved actor who brought Chandler Bing to life on Friends, has revealed a shocking truth that fans never suspected. He was under the influence during nearly every episode of the iconic sitcom. For decades, audiences laughed at his sarcastic one-liners, witty comebacks, and impeccable comedic timing, never realizing that behind the scenes, Perry was battling a personal struggle that remained hidden from public view. The confession is both startling and eye-opening. Perry's charisma, charm, and comic genius captivated millions, yet he was quietly dealing with addiction, using substances to cope with the pressures of fame, relentless filming schedules, and personal challenges. What makes this revelation even more remarkable is the sheer talent and skill it took for him to perform consistently while struggling. Privately, a feat that few could have imagined. Those close to the production reveal that Perry's battle with addiction was a well-kept secret. His co-stars, crew members, and fans all saw a professional who delivered flawless performances, rarely missing a beat. From laugh-out-loud moments in Central Perk to the awkward, relatable situations that define Chandler, Perry's ability to stay in character and keep the comedic timing precise is a testament to his dedication, even under difficult circumstances. This revelation sheds light on the often unseen pressures faced by actors in high-profile productions. While Friends was a global phenomenon, generating millions of laughs and shaping pop culture, the reality for Matthew Perry was far more complex. Balancing personal struggles with public expectations, maintaining professionalism on set, and delivering comedic brilliance required resilience, determination, and an extraordinary level of skill. Fans now have a new perspective on Chandler Bing, appreciating not only the humor and charm of the character, but also the hidden battles Matthew Perry fought to create those unforgettable moments. This story is a poignant reminder that behind every performance, there may be struggles that remain invisible. And even the most talented individuals sometimes face challenges that the world never sees. For millions of fans, Matthew Perry was the perfect Chandler Bing, sarcastic, quick-witted, and hilariously awkward. Every punchline landed flawlessly, every awkward pause timed to perfection. But behind the scenes, the man delivering those iconic moments was facing a personal battle that remained hidden from the world. Perry has now admitted that he was under the influence during nearly every episode of Friends, a revelation that has shocked fans and reminded everyone of the human challenges behind the laughter. Filming a hit sitcom is demanding under the best of circumstances. The rigorous schedule of taping multiple episodes a week, memorizing lines, rehearsing scenes, and delivering comedy consistently leaves little room for mistakes. For Perry, this pressure coincided with a private struggle with addiction, creating a complex reality that few could have imagined. Despite his personal challenges, he maintained the timing, energy, and precision that made Chandler Bing one of the most beloved characters in television history. Friends, co-stars, and crew members describe Perry as professional, dedicated, and charismatic on set. Even when battling substance dependency, he delivered his lines with impeccable timing and kept the scenes alive with humor and charm. From sarcastic quips in Central Perk to the awkward encounters in Monica's apartment, Perry's comedic brilliance never faltered, demonstrating an extraordinary level of skill and resilience. What viewers saw was the perfect portrayal of Chandler, unaware that the actor was managing a hidden struggle while performing. Also explores the personal toll this period took on Perry. Addiction often brings emotional, mental, and physical challenges that extend far beyond what audiences witness on screen. While Perry's humor and energy were captivating, behind closed doors he faced the realities of dependency, the need to manage cravings, and the ongoing pressure to appear composed and professional. Maintaining this duality, being both the world's favorite sarcastic character and someone battling addiction, required a level of determination and secrecy few could sustain for long. Visual: Matthew Perry reviewing scripts on set, sitting alone in a quiet hallway between takes. Contemplative expression: despite the challenges, Perry's approach to work remained consistent. He immersed himself in his craft, finding solace in performing while hiding his personal struggles. Comedy, Friends note, became both a refuge and a mask. On camera, he delivered wit and charm effortlessly. Off camera, he navigated an intense private battle with substances, relying on careful planning and timing to maintain his public persona. This dichotomy illustrates the hidden complexity behind one of television's most beloved characters. Also sheds light on the culture of sitcom production in the 1990s and early 2000s. Pressures to perform, maintain public appearances, and keep up with fan expectations were enormous. For actors like Perry, this environment could exacerbate personal struggles, creating a cycle where the demands of fame and personal challenges fed into one another. Yet through all this, Perry managed to appear vibrant, engaged, and consistently funny on screen, leaving audiences none the wiser. As closes, it's clear that Matthew Perry's journey during Friends was far more complicated than the episodes alone suggest. He delivered brilliance, humor, and charm to millions of viewers while confronting personal demons privately. The revelation that he was under the influence during almost every episode adds a new layer of depth to Chandler Bing's character, reminding fans that behind every perfect performance is a human story of struggle, resilience, and dedication. This sets the stage for the next part of the story: how Perry's secret affected his relationships, his work, and ultimately his journey toward recovery, showing that even in the brightest spotlight, personal battles can remain unseen. While audiences laughed at Chandler Bing's sarcasm and timing, very few knew the private struggles Matthew Perry faced on set. Delves into the hidden challenges behind the scenes, exploring how Perry balanced personal difficulties with the demands of one of the most successful sitcoms in television history. Filming Friends was a grueling process. Actors often had long days filled with memorizing lines, rehearsing scenes, and performing live in front of studio audiences. Perry, like the rest of the cast, had to deliver consistent comedic performances week after week. However, he was also managing a private battle with addiction, which added an extra layer of complexity to an already high-pressure environment. What made his situation remarkable was that he never let it compromise the quality of his performance. Fans saw a flawless Chandler, but behind the laughter, Perry was navigating challenges that were invisible to viewers, friends, and crew members. Recall that Perry's dedication to his craft never wavered, even during his most difficult times. He was professional, always prepared, and incredibly focused, a crew member remembers. You wouldn't know what he was going through, personally, because he never let it affect the work. His ability to separate personal struggles from professional responsibilities allowed him to maintain a consistent presence on the show, delivering the humor and timing that became a hallmark of Chandler Bing. Also explores the impact on Perry's relationships with co-stars. While the cast shared close bonds, Perry's personal challenges sometimes created tension or distance, though never in ways that interfered with filming. Instead, it fostered moments of quiet understanding behind the cameras. We all had our own struggles, but Matthew managed to show up every day and bring his best, one co-star recalls. That kind of commitment earns respect, even if you don't fully understand what's happening behind the scenes. The pressures of fame added another layer of difficulty. With millions of fans watching, every joke, reaction, and expression was scrutinized. Perry's challenge was not just to perform, but to maintain the appearance of stability and confidence, all while dealing with personal difficulties privately. It's a testament to his resilience and dedication that audiences never suspected the complexity behind the scenes. Despite these hidden struggles, Perry found solace in the work itself. Performing comedy became both a refuge and a discipline, allowing him to channel energy and maintain a sense of control over his professional life. Rehearsals, takes, and live performances required focus, precision, and timing skills that he relied on to navigate personal challenges while keeping the show running smoothly. Emphasizes that even in environments filled with laughter and camaraderie, personal struggles can remain invisible. Matthew Perry's journey during Friends highlights the often unseen resilience required to balance personal difficulties with professional excellence. His ability to deliver consistent, memorable performances while navigating private challenges reminds us that every public success story may have untold struggles behind it. As the concludes, it becomes clear that Perry's time on Friends was a delicate balancing act, one of humor, dedication, and perseverance. While fans saw Chandler Bing's wit and charm, the real story reveals an actor managing immense pressures, demonstrating remarkable strength and professionalism. Sets the stage for the next part of the story: How Perry eventually confronted these struggles, sought support, and began a journey of personal growth and recovery, showing that even the brightest spotlight cannot hide the human side of those we admire. Explores the turning point in Matthew Perry's. Those close to Perry describe a period when the pressures of fame, work, and personal struggles started to weigh heavily. Even though he remained professional on set, performing Chandler Bing's sarcastic humor with precision, the toll of balancing public expectations and private challenges was significant. Friends and colleagues noticed moments of introspection, a quieter side of Perry that contrasted sharply with the energetic persona audiences loved. Seeking help became a crucial step in Perry's journey. Support from family, trusted friends, and professional counselors allowed him to process experiences and begin creating a plan for stability. This period was not about dramatic transformations overnight, but rather a gradual recognition of the importance of mental health, self-care, and setting boundaries in both personal and professional life. Perry learned to lean on his support system, while maintaining his career responsibilities. Also emphasizes the balance between recovery and ongoing work. While acknowledging struggles, Perry continued to perform on Friends, demonstrating remarkable resilience. Comedy, rehearsal, and filming became structured routines that offered both distraction and discipline. By channeling focus into his work while addressing personal challenges, Perry gradually built a foundation that allowed him to regain stability without sacrificing professionalism. Support from co-stars played a subtle but meaningful role. Though fans were unaware, the camaraderie on set provided Perry with a sense of consistency and understanding. He could navigate scenes, share laughs, and maintain his on-screen energy while quietly working through personal challenges. These relationships, while not the center of media attention, were essential in providing reassurance and grounding during a demanding period. Also highlights Perry's growing self-awareness. Over time, he recognized the importance of balancing work, health, and personal life. This understanding informed decisions that extended beyond the set, influencing daily routines, personal habits, and the way he approached professional commitments. Learning to identify triggers, practice self-care, and seek guidance became integral to his long-term growth. Even while maintaining a strong public persona, Perry embraced the reality that personal struggles are part of the human experience. Emphasizes that facing challenges is not a sign of weakness but a step toward resilience and self-improvement. By acknowledging difficulties, seeking support, and maintaining determination, Perry set the stage for meaningful recovery and personal growth that would continue long after Friends wrapped. As concludes, it's clear that Matthew Perry's journey is defined by courage, resilience, and determination. Balancing fame, public expectations, and personal challenges required extraordinary strength, and his decision to face struggles head-on demonstrates a commitment to long-term well-being. This sets up the final stage of his story, highlighting recovery, reflection, and the lessons learned from navigating a highly visible career while addressing deeply personal challenges. This prepares the audience to understand that even in the midst of immense professional success, acknowledging personal struggles and seeking help is essential. Matthew Perry's journey illustrates that resilience is not just about performance on screen. It's about the courage to confront challenges, grow from them, and move forward with honesty and integrity. Focuses on Matthew Perry's journey toward recovery and the reflections that followed. After years of balancing a high-pressure career with personal struggles, Perry began to embrace the steps necessary to prioritize his well-being. This highlights not only his path to stability, but also the lessons learned from navigating one of television's most iconic roles while facing challenges privately. Support played a central role in Perry's recovery. Family, close friends, and professional counselors helped him create routines, establish healthy habits, and develop strategies for long-term balance. By surrounding himself with trusted people, he was able to process past experiences, address triggers, and regain control over his life. This period was not about instant transformation, but about consistent effort, reflection, and self-care. Also emphasizes the importance of self-awareness. Perry learned to recognize patterns that contributed to previous struggles and to make intentional choices to support his mental and physical health. From setting boundaries to creating structured daily routines, Every step was part of building a foundation that allowed him to thrive both personally and professionally. Friends and collaborators note that this period marked a turning point, where his resilience and commitment to growth became clearly evident. Even after recovery, Perry's commitment to his craft remained strong. He continued to engage with acting projects, public appearances, and charitable work, channeling energy into endeavors that brought fulfillment and meaning. The lessons learned from his struggles informed his professional decisions, allowing him to approach roles with renewed perspective and confidence. Also, reflects on the impact of sharing his experiences publicly. By opening up about his past struggles, Perry has helped remove the stigma surrounding addiction and personal challenges. Fans and audiences gain a deeper understanding of the person behind Chandler Bing, a talented, dedicated actor who faced immense pressure yet found the courage to confront personal struggles and seek help. His honesty inspires others to acknowledge challenges in their own lives and to pursue support when needed. The highlights a sense of balance Perry has achieved. While he maintains a strong public persona, he now integrates personal well-being as a priority. The journey demonstrates that professional success does not exempt anyone from human struggles, and addressing those struggles head-on is essential for long-term health, happiness, and fulfillment. As concludes, it's clear that Matthew Perry's story is not just about fame or performance, it's about resilience, growth, and the human capacity to recover from challenges. Facing personal struggles while performing on one of the world's most watched sitcoms required extraordinary strength, and Perry's ability to overcome these challenges illustrates the power of perseverance, self-awareness, and support. Ultimately, Perry's journey reminds audiences that even in the spotlight, personal struggles are real and recovery is possible. It is a story of courage, reflection, and transformation, showing that acknowledging difficulties and taking deliberate steps toward healing can lead to a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. For fans of Friends, this perspective deepens appreciation for the actor who brought Chandler Bing to life, while also honoring the human resilience behind the laughter. Matthew Perry's experience underscores a universal truth: success, fame, and talent do not shield anyone from life's challenges. What defines resilience is the courage to confront those challenges, the willingness to seek help, and the determination to move forward with integrity and hope.